Hello, my beautiful dears. It's Madam Purple. I haven't talked to you guys since New Year's. I'm sorry about the lack of uploads on my channel. Thank you guys. Thank you to the 17 people who have subscribed to me. I really appreciate your love and support. And a lot of you loved my possibly haunted elevator short. I want to make that a video, but I don't know when we'll be able to go back there. And as for test driving a Tesla, which is a video where we test drive a Tesla, so my brother-in-law wanted a Tesla, that place closed soon after we did it. So I don't know when there'll be a part 2. Like, I don't know if we'll ever go there again or what, but if we do go there again, I will make a part 2. So anyway, I was telling you guys about my life, my life in the hospital pretty much. So when I was a baby, I was like 2 weeks old, I was diagnosed with what's called bilateral congenital cataracts or glaucoma. One of them was I had to get the lenses removed because they were like, cataracts, the lenses get all cloudy and it affects your vision. So I had to get mine removed. And so now I have pressure drainage tubes in both eyes. And they basically drain the pressure from my eyes, the excess pressure fluid, along with help from these guys. This is my Kosop. It's got a dark blue top and it helps keep the pressure low. Artificial tears, which a lot of people take this for dry eye, pretty much. That's a common drop. It's actually from the dollar store. Yeah, I know. I'll get eye drops from the dollar store, but not food. Long story. This is a new drop, bromidamine. I can't pronounce it. It's got a purple top. And then atropine, which is it's got a red top. That's only for my right eye to keep it comfortable. And last time I went to surgery, I went to Shea Eye Institute. What a wonderful hospital. And they gave me this eye care kit. Y'all want to see what's inside? It's an adorable little bag. Adorable little black baggie. There's papers inside. That's really just these cool sunglasses. Most sunglasses, like these kind of like cover up your whole face, pretty much. I'll put them on for you to see what it looks like with me wearing them. Yeah, don't I look cool? I look protected. So yeah, I started wearing them and I actually really liked them, except for the fact that they hurt your ears after a while. Some tape. I never opened this cup. I don't even know if it's a cup. I don't know what it was for. The famous eye shield. See, this one is see-through. Like, it's clear. Like, you can literally see through it. Got some eye wash solution. I think it was for, to wash the crap out of your eyes. The gunk you get while your eye is healing. And you got this random cloth in there. Probably to dry out the eye wash solution. But, yeah. So that was given to me the night after my surgery at Shea Eye. A really funny story, though, about my time at Shea Eye. So I've had many hospital stays because not only because of my eyes, because I would get sick, and because I also have autism, I would go there for, like, therapy. Like, I mostly had therapy at home. Like, the therapist would come to my house. And sometimes it could be frustrating because I have a long day at school. I get up at like 6 in the morning. Okay. I get up at 6 in the morning, go to school until 2:30, come home, and have to do more work with the therapist. I'm like, really? Can't a girl catch a break? But yeah, it paid off now. It paid off because I'm filming a video. But it paid off because now I'm like, I know good coping skills and stuff like that. But so back to my life in the hospital. I would always go to the hospital mainly for surgeries or like appointments. Like, I had a lot of eye doctor's appointments, and that pressure checking thingy, The machine they used to check your pressure, I could never get used to that. They used to have to put me to sleep when I was little. And now I just sit there like, hurry up, I can't. And the pressure pen tends to like take ages to read the pressure. Like my right, it's harder for it to read my right eye because my right eye is like kind of not messed up, but it's like it went through a lot. You know, the cataract successfully clouded it, so now it's like permanently light blue, whereas my left eye is still brown. So my right eye was hurting because there was a pen in it, and it wasn't reading. And even the nurse was like, "Come on now." The nurse was like, "Is it gonna eventually read?" So she had to keep stopping so I could like take a break. Finally, after like I don't know the 5th try, it finally read. Only for it to possibly read wrong. I was like, why? What was all that about? So, but basically, I'm used to it now. I'm used to being hooked up to IVs. I'm used to having like being poked by stuff. It's really nothing new to me. But when you've been in and out of the hospital your whole life, you pretty much know what I'm talking about. It's like, but I count my blessings like every day because it could be much worse. I always imagine like this could be so much worse. And you guys are wondering, I'm spinning. It's not my room being carried away by some random, I don't know what. So click like if you guys want to see this picture I took. Me and my mom and stepdad, we went on what's called a ghost tour in Florida. No, we didn't go into any buildings to see any actual spirits. But I was taking pictures because, I didn't feel comfortable filming around. I don't feel comfortable filming in public because, like, you saw what happened to YouTubers who film in public and they get yelled at and stuff like that. But there was this one picture I took of the sky because there was a story about this dude who was trying to get abducted by aliens. Yes, I know. Think of that what you will. But he was purposely trying to get abducted, and I guess he successfully did it. And so I took a picture of like the sky above the building. I swear, there is a light that looked like it came from an alien spaceship. And when you guys see the picture, if I ever get around to uploading it, if you guys see the picture, I will ask my sister to put an arrow pointing to the moon that will say moon. So everybody knows that that's not the moon. Well, people do believe in that kind of stuff, but you'll know when you see the picture. But if it's spinning, if you get dizzy, just let me know. So I go to Shai, and I do all the tests. I pass all the tests and exams and everything. And it's surgery day. So me and my mom, we go there. And, we go to the waiting room and all that kind of stuff. And then we go back to pre-op. And I'm so anxious because it's a different hospital, first of all. I was used to CHOP. Second of all, obviously it was the same surgery. A different surgery team, like a different team of doctors. And third of all, I've always had anxiety. I don't know, anxiety is like, it's a totally separate problem. It's not, it's totally separate. I've seen like typical people with anxiety, so it's not, if you guys are wondering, no, it's not an autism thing. Anxiety is its own separate disorder. So is paranoia, which I have both. I attempted to write a book. Obviously, that did not happen because I realized something. I hate writing. And no one really reads anymore. I know there's some people who do still read, like the Hunger Games series and other books like that. But other than that, no one really reads anymore. Like, I go to those bookstores and I don't see that many customers in there. And I'm like, these places are still open. But I wanted to vlog the surgery. Well, not the surgery itself, obviously. I wanted to vlog my experience to kind of show everybody what what a typical surgery day in my life is like. But then they took my phone. My phone was on the bed. I was in pre-op and I was like, okay, I'm going to start filming once the nurse leaves. And so he notices my phone. And so he's like, can you give it to your mom? So I gave it to my mom. My mom put it in my bag because I pack a bag every time I go into surgery just in case I get sick and have to spend the night. And then somebody came. I guess maybe she was a volunteer, but she came and she put my bag in a locker. I was like, wait a second. Wait, miss, my phone's in there. Wait. And so now I'm here. Here I am. I don't have my phone. And then my friend texts me. Shout out to Life with Rye. I love you, girl. She texts me and I'm like, oh crap. I figured out she texted me that day. And I was like, if I still had my phone, I would have told her, hey, I'm about to go into surgery. Pray for me. No. So we go back and I'm almost freaking out because I'm thinking we're going back to the operating room. And I'm like, I'm not ready. And they're like, well, no, we're just moving you to a different part of pre-op. And so we go back there and I meet my anesthesiologists and another wonderful nurse lady. I'm not going to say any of their names to kind of like protect their identities. But let's just say she was amazing. They all were. And as soon as I met them, my anxiety dropped. Like, it went from a 10 down to like a 3. And I was like, okay, I'm going to be all right. And I was. The first thing was I got to stay in my bed. I didn't have to cross over to that table. You know, that table you have to lay on underneath these 2 big lights. Those lights weren't even there. I don't know if they pulled them out after I went to sleep. But when we went back there, I was expecting like this huge operating room. Like for those of you who have been in there, it's like this big, intimidating, smelly room with these 2 big lights above a table and then more lights on the ceiling. Obviously, those are like regular room lights. But this room, it looked like an exam room that was remodeled, like a large remodeled exam room. And I was like, this is actually kind of cool. And I was right in front of the doors. So they let my mom go back there. She was all gowned up, looking like a nurse herself. But then they had her leave. And mind you, I'm still awake. Like, I'm still conscious. I'm like holding on my hand in fear, like, Mommy, don't leave me. So now my mom's gone. And now I'm like, scared again. So my nurse tells me, smell the flowers and blow out the candles. And I was like, happy birthday to me. So I'm remembering my birthday several months before. Really nice, Mama. And then the last thing, my last memory is trying to get my little plushie. Yes, I brought a plushie. Leave me alone. Yes, I know, I brought a plushie. I'm scared. I was scared. And making sure that he was still there. And I'm like, I gotta lay back down before this meds kicks in. So I did, and you know, it's like the next thing you know, you blink and it's over. Well, that's what happened to me. Before I knew it, I was in recovery with a shield on my face and something around like my face. Like it was one of those little tubes, like, you know, you see those little tubes that people wear for like extra oxygen. That was on me and it was so uncomfortable. I was like, I gotta tell someone to take this off of me, but my throat was sore and I was like, someone take this off me, please. And so my post-op nurse was there, who I swear was also my pre-op nurse, because he sounded so familiar. And I'm pretty good with a voice, especially if I hear it like all the time, like my family. And so I'm like, you sound familiar. And I guess they brought my bag back to me kind of late because I'd already regained consciousness and the meds was pretty much out of my system. But they brought my bag back to me, and they noticed that my bag was one of my most favorite metal band in the world, Metallica. So I have that bag pretty much right over there. Oh, it's kind of like that. And I would show it to you, but but still, they were talking about it. I was telling them like my favorite songs from each album, and then he started playing one of the tunes. And so when he started playing one of the songs, I was still kind of blah. Let's just say I was up. Like, you start playing my favorite music, I'm up. Music is what got me through everything. Like, every hard time I had, that first song starts playing, it's like nothing is wrong. Everything is good. As long as I have my tunes playing, I can get through this. Yeah. So that happened, and I was fed saltine crackers and ginger ale, which was also nice. And then then they dressed me, and then I was sent home. I was like, wait a second. I'm still plumped. Yeah, I tend to make up words. I meant to say I'm still kind of drugged out of it, you know? But I went home and I did my routine, and I only to go back the very next day for my first post-op appointment. Now, for those of you who don't really know, your first post-op appointment is usually the day after surgery. So that was probably another reason why I brought my bag, is I was like, there isn't really a point in going home if I'm just going to come right back. It was like the days of when I went to school, I would go to concerts and the prom. I started staying after school because I was like, I'm just going to come right back here. So I don't know if it's even the point of going home. Unless I like forgot something. But wow, 17 minutes. But yeah. So if you guys watch this video sometime today, I'm going to be at Plymouth Meeting Mall tomorrow. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Plymouth Meeting Mall. So for those of you who watch my videos or subscribe to my channel, you're going to be at Plymouth Meeting Mall tomorrow. I will be there, possibly wearing purple. And I sign autographs. We can take pictures. You know, you can ask me questions. All of that. Yeah, so that was pretty much my experience at Shea Eye getting surgery. It was very nice. And I'm going to need another surgery a couple months from now, but not on my eyes. So my eyes get a break. I'll tell you a bit more once I know more. But yeah, I'll try to vlog some of that surgery. But anyways, that was my story of my time in the hospital. I love you guys, and I will see you very soon.